Good morning. The time slipped by just a little bit because I was doing my Qigong exercises another time to get ready. It is not quite 11 o'clock, the top of the hour, but happy Sunday. I hope you've had a wonderful week. This has been a wonderful week for me, as always, and I see that there are some who are on currently. Hello, good morning, happy Sunday. I am really excited because we are going to try something new today. Haven't done the exercises while on the Facebook Live, so it may look different. We'll see. But one way or the other, what we're doing today, and it looks like it is actually 11 o'clock, so we will actually begin. If you have not already applied your rainbow healing oils, then please do so. At least apply the Sacred Mountain blend, because this is going to assist us in creating our sacred space, which is essential for everything that we do. Remaining in the sacred space, fully connected with the source and with your boundaries up so that you keep your energy inside is going to be very helpful. It does not mean that you cannot radiate outward, but rather that you keep your energy field intact. So I'm going to quickly go through. There are 3 actual exercises, Qigong exercises, that I put together, goodness, well over 10 years ago. And they go with the rainbow healing to assist us in creating that strong connection with the source and in moving through our daily life as we continue to move forward without all those steps backwards. So a key to doing that, I have found, is the fire, which is why we're going to focus on that first exercise today that is all about getting the fire moving. Now, the fire looks like this in the rainbow healing cards. It is the glyphs of the breath of life, right here, freedom and leadership. This is something that some of you may identify with what I have felt over the years, because for most of my life, I was convinced that I believed that fire was something we should hold in, that fire was associated with anger. I was taught, don't send anger outward. Hold it in. Consequently, what happens when we hold anger in? Well, anger turned inward will create those autoimmune diseases. Cancer is anger turned in towards the self. So as we learn to burn our fire brightly, not sending negativity into the world, but actually transforming it. This is a transformational thing that we can do every single day, multiple times if we choose, because the fire will transmute all of that negativity, all of that anger, while also building your passion, building your excitement, to your will, your perseverance, allowing you to move forward. So isn't this exciting that we can do this ourselves? We don't have to set a fire. We're setting our own fire inside. If you're feeling depressed, if you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling fearful, fire is the answer, because fire can destroy. It can actually change whatever. Change it totally. So let's get started. I have on the color of fire. I have on the orange, which is golden orange, is the color of the breath of life, and breath of life is the strongest, the most yang of all of the rainbow healing glyphs. The breath of life can really get everything, boost everything up. So this is the simple essential oil of orange. And if you don't already have orange, I even brushed my teeth with orange this morning. I have on my fire earrings, the earrings that have the 3 glyphs of the rainbow healing. Anything to remind me more and more to keep my fire burning. I have my beautiful golden honey calcite rock. I have other calcite around me, and I have tiny little slivers of the orange calcite here. I also have light the fire blend. That seems like a good thing, doesn't it? So light the fire. I'm going to actually apply that again. So, because that is my intent. So the first thing we're going to do when we're doing our Qigong, I'm going to back up and we'll see how well this works, because I have to be able to move my hands even more. The fire is all about stretching. This particular Qigong exercise, it's like stretching a rubber band as hard and as far as you can possibly do, and then letting it go all of a sudden. So it's stretching and let it go. And with this particular exercise, we will do it 3 times. I will go through the motions first. The women will put their right hand, this looks opposite, of course, because it's a Facebook Live, but the right hand goes on top and the left hand on the bottom. And we'll put our hands down in the lower abdomen so that they just are loose. And you may want to just do your shoulders just a little bit to get yourself loose. Some of us, I included, tend to be rigid. Does that sound familiar? Rigid. To me, flexible was weak most of my life. Rigid was strong. So my natural way of thinking is to be rigid. Stephen will be very happy to tell you that he constantly reminds me not to be so rigid, to be more flexible. So, incidentally, most of my life, my joints were very stiff. My back was stiff, my neck was stiff. I couldn't turn my head the way that I can do it now because of that inflexibility. So if I'm speaking to any of you, just understand, I fully understand. So we're going to start with the right hand on the top and the left on the bottom, and the men with the left hand on top and the right hand on the bottom. Excuse me, the left hand on the bottom and the right hand on the top. So what we're going to do is first draw that fire, that intent, all the way up and out the top of the head. Stretching up to the sky, stretching down to the center of the earth. Just stretch, stretch, stretch as hard as you can. Take a deep breath in. Stretch a little more, and then just let it go. Just swinging the arms outward. So that's the first step. Then we're going to do stretching in all different directions. This is, even though we're not walking around, my feet are planted. They're actually planted right here on the floor because I am grounded all the way to the core of earth in my sacred space. So now we're going to turn the hands around, and with the women, the right hand goes up at a 45-degree angle, stretching all the way out, and the men with the left hand, the left arm. Just stretch and stretch as much as you possibly can, and then let it go. Then we're going to do the other hand, and again it's at the 45-degree angle, and for me the left hand is going out and the right hand just stays right under the shoulder. And stretch, tensing those muscles and then relaxing them. Now to the sides, just absolutely straight out to the sides. And back. Then we're going to point our fingers down toward the floor and at a 45-degree angle, starting in the front. Again, stretching. When I get to this point, usually I feel more crunches, more little rattles as my bones are getting more realigned properly. And then to the sides, down, 45-degree angle, really pushing those shoulders down to the floor and your neck all the way up to the sky. Then behind you. Then we come back. Then we're going to push against the wall. Oh. And now we're going to put our hands right around the lower abdomen, and we're going to do our circles like this, only we're going to have one hand going 180 degrees different, as we're intending for that fire to be building in our abdomen. Just really feel that heat. So those are the motions. Now we're going to go through the 3 steps of what we're really focusing upon. So we'll start, and the first time we go through it 3 times. The first time we're drawing our fire all the way up through the very core of our being, through our physical form, into the DNA actually, getting rid of whatever is not truly supposed to be there. So we're going to draw it up through the bone level, the deepest level, physical level of our physical form. The second time we're going to draw it up through all of our energy meridians, stretching them out, allowing that fire to burn away what no longer is supporting you. And then finally, through all of the chakras, allowing them to spin faster and to be cleared out. So let's get started. You're going to do it along with me, I hope. So take a deep breath in, get in position, and we bend our legs a little. We're not rigid to begin with because we're going to be all loose, and we're going to intend to draw that fire all the way up through the very core of our being. Stretching, stretching, stretching. Visualizing that fire burning brightly. Stretch, stretch. Just getting rid of all of the debris, the stuff, all of the things that are no longer supporting you. And out to the sides, in front. And now I'm going to focus on the fire in my belly, just intending that it's moving and enhancing and just getting stronger and stronger with every breath. Don't forget to breathe. I have a hard time breathing while I'm talking, and that is such an important thing because the air, the breath, will fan the flames of your fire. Are you beginning to feel more energized? Well, let's go for the second one, which we're going to draw it up through all of our meridians, intending to clear out all of the blocks in the meridians, allowing that fire to stretch them out. All blocks. We have some statements that Stephen gave us that we talked about a couple of weeks ago. Point your fingers down. the more focus that you can have as you're doing these exercises, the more beneficial they will be for you. So we're going to focus on that fire in the belly one more time. And now this third time we're going to pull our fire all the way up through all of our chakras, intending that each of the chakras be expanded, cleared of all blocks, and spinning faster, whatever the appropriate rate is for your unique being. And now this is the real thing, as we've now gotten our fire going at the bone level, at the very core of our being, through our meridians and through all of our chakras. We're clearing out so much debris. Just close your eyes and focus on your fire getting stronger and stronger until finally it bursts out in all directions, moving through every aspect of who you are, making you into a flaming being. That golden orange, that beautiful, beautiful frequency of orange essential oil, the lemon essential oil that anchors that freedom, the release, the letting go of the things that no longer serve you, and the leadership, that energy of sandalwood, which just allows you to be who you are, allowing that to radiate outward throughout every portion of your being and radiating outward throughout the entire planet. So now let us just wait and bring our hands up to our heart. I love to bring my hands into my heart, intending that this fire gently move through my entire heart chakra. This is the center of our chakra system. There are 3 chakras above, major ones, and 3 below. The heart connects it all. And let us intend, as our fire is now burning brightly, to turn the fire down to a comfortable level, intending that it remain burning brightly, but at a level that is appropriate for your unique being at this moment. And then let us bring our hands back to the prayer position. So, are there any questions? I cannot read them as we go along. That is a difficult thing for me because I'm too far away from the phone. But do you feel differently? Do you feel more energized? Do you feel more passion? The next 2 exercises, which we'll cover in a subsequent video, will assist in bringing about that balance. However, this particular week, let's focus on that fire of being passionate, that fire of allowing new things into your life, that new breath of life. So often we resist change. So this is about allowing for the change to occur. It is about releasing the things that no longer are serving us and allowing ourselves to be that magnificent creature that we were intended to be. So I challenge you to enjoy this process and let me know. Send me messages as to how you're feeling and how you may be feeling differently with your fire burning a little more brightly. And always remember, of course, we can tame it down if that is our choice at any time. And how do we do that? We do it through focus and intent. By breath, breathing in and intending to do something. So have a happy, happy week filled with lots and lots of flaming rainbows, and I'll see you next Sunday.